Residence halls at Southern Arkansas University have had visitation policies changed due to the fact that the halls were said to be too open. The SAU Student Affairs Committee and the Housing Office voted last spring to change the visiting hours in the residence halls. Dr. Donald Hafner, Vice President for Student Affairs, commented on the main objective of the new policy.
Primarily what we're focusing on is to provide some quiet in the residence halls and additional security for the students who are living in the halls.
The new visitation hours are Sunday through Thursday, noon till midnight, and Friday and Saturday, noon until 2 a.m.
Residents must escort and sign in at this desk any member of the opposite sex that visits them during visitation hours.
Student workers will be assigned to the residence halls to conduct the sign-in procedures. Some residents feel that the new visitation policies are an invasion of privacy. However, as Roy Bishop, director of Talbot Hall, observes, the resistance to the new policy is declining.
The majority of them like it now for security reasons and other reasons, but there's only a few that's still opposed to the system.
SAU's visitation policy appears to be working. School officials are optimistic about the future of the new policy and say their concern is always for the protection of the students and their belongings. This is John Henderson reporting for Region 10 News.
Something that, say, the media center.
We'd like to introduce the color guard at this time.
The Army ROTC program at Southern Arkansas University will conclude in September of 1991. The closing of the program was cited for two reasons: Army budget constraints and a decrease in the number of lieutenants needed for the smaller Army of tomorrow. We asked Major Robert Gore how the change would affect the military instructors that are assigned at SAU.
Yes, the active duty instructors that we have at SAU will be released back to worldwide assignment. Some of them will be going to other ROTC assignments, and some of them will be returning to troop duty, as I say, throughout the world.
The Army ROTC program will remain a viable institution even with the upcoming closures. After the 50 closures are completed, however, 363 units will remain at colleges and universities, with 4 of them remaining in Arkansas. The ROTC unit equipment will be turned over to the university in Fort Polk, Louisiana, or another ROTC unit. Senior cadets who attended advanced camp this summer will be commissioned upon graduating from the university, while junior cadets will take their 2-year military training in 1 year by doubling their military courses.
Other cadets won't graduate until December or August of next year, and they'll have to go to a different university to get their commission.
This is Tammy Smith reporting for Region 10 News.
How many people would consider giving their lives for someone else? Gary Brown, a student at Southern Arkansas University, has done just that by volunteering to go to Saudi Arabia.
I thought about it all day Saturday night and prayed about it and everything, and thought to myself, and finally I decided that I had to volunteer. So I signed the list, and I was number 14th on the list.
When Brown receives a call to report for active duty, he will have 24 hours to report to Barksdale Air Force Base in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Gary Brown definitely has a big heart. While many troops are waiting and wondering whether or not they'll be called to duty, Gary took one step further and volunteered to go to Saudi Arabia to take a stand for his country.
As Brown patiently awaits that phone call, he continues to participate in many campus activities. Cheering for the mule riders, Brown feels a sense of pride and accomplishment. two feelings he hopes will remain with him when he leaves for Saudi Arabia. Brown is not alone. Two other students, Barbara Rainey of El Dorado and Erica Jackson of Strong, Arkansas, have had to withdraw from SAU these past months after receiving orders from their reserve units to report for duty in Operation Desert Shield in Saudi Arabia. This is Connie Brown reporting for Region 10 News.
With the beginning of the fall semester at Southern Arkansas University, the battle for parking spaces is on. This is the scene early in the morning in front of Overstreet Hall, but as the morning progresses it changes drastically, and the administration is finally realizing there is a parking problem.
We have more automobiles coming to the campus Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, really from about 8 to about 12 than I think we've ever had.
The parking lots during the summer underwent expansions that would accommodate 60 more vehicles. But with the new expansions, the students are still finding themselves searching for parking spaces during the busiest times of the day. Many students are parking a block away from the campus, but for those students who wish to park closer to the hall in which their classes are being held, find themselves having to park illegally. This in turn costs the students several dollars in parking citations.
The most difficult times to find a parking place on the Southern Arkansas University campus seems to be between the hours of 9 to 11 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Although this may not be a problem for native Magnolians, it tends to be a problem for long-distance commuters.
I think the administrators should find more steps in providing parking space area. It's hard for people who live in Magnolia to find parking space, and it's extremely hard for those who commute to find parking area.
With the increased annual enrollment, it is definitely clear the university will have to take more measures in providing adequate parking for the students. This is Kyle Barnes reporting for Region 10 News.
To be a successful university, those involved with it need to critically analyze its functions. This is also the case at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia, where input from students and faculty is encouraged and often acted upon. Here are some pros and cons from students concerning various aspects of SAU.
Hire more advisors so that the instructors don't have to do it, because it conflicts with their schedules and we don't have much time to beat around the bush waiting for them to have time for us.
I feel like my only recreation is my stereo or my television, and I can't even turn my stereo up or my TV without a complaint.
I mean, to me, being a business student and everything, I think we have the teachers to make SAU, I guess, a more well-known academic school if we just had the facilities to go along with it.
You get to know everybody on campus instead of not knowing, one of 40,000 people that are on campus. It's real small.
Although there are many things students like about SAU, they are also willing to give constructive criticism to make it a more effective institution.
Some semesters you have to double up with your Spanish, and that can be a big problem for you if you have to take some other courses that are pretty difficult.
This type of feedback can only help to strengthen the academic and social aspects of SAU. Overall, most appear relatively pleased with the university, but any changes will take time for them to be implemented properly. This is Shane Crank reporting for Region 10 News. Students at Southern Arkansas University have experienced a change in their food service this year. During registration, university officials made sure each student with a meal plan had a barcode placed on their student ID. As students enter the cafeteria, they pass a checkpoint where a computer checks each ID for verification. Although student complaints concerning the cafeteria have not completely disappeared, the addition of an alternative to dorm food allows flexibility in meal selection. Pandy's Pizza, a pilot restaurant of professional food management, is located at the corner of North Jackson and Sioux Street. Despite initial problems with mixing up student orders, reviews on Pandy's Pizza have been generally positive.
The more that you can offer a student, the happier and more satisfied that student will be. You know, anytime you can improve and add, especially a school of art as small as we are, it's always a good impact on it.
Even with the addition of Pandy's Pizza, students at the university are still at ease with the SAU meal plan and are content with going to get their meals in the Bruce Center, which is where the cafeteria is located.
The food on the cafeteria, for the number of students that are being enrolled and the increase in it, that there has been an improvement with the cafeteria food on campus.
With SAU Magnolia's student enrollment slowly increasing, Pandy's Pizza could prove to be a profitable venture in the long run. It, along with a varied cafeteria menu, is bringing students more variety in food selection. This is John George reporting for Region 10 News.
The SAU rodeo team is preparing for another outstanding year. A winning team for many years, their accomplishments and goals are being supported more this year than ever before. The first rodeo of the season was held in Magnolia, October 4th through the 6th. Colleges from all over the Ozark region competed. Dr. James Tollett is the new dean over the agriculture department.
We have the agriculture clubs and rodeo clubs working together in harmony, and this year the two of them really put on an excellent rodeo for the community.
SAU awarded 7 men and 4 women scholarships this year. However, there will be 20 rodeo members that will travel to rodeos in Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Michigan. The men compete in bareback riding, saddle bronc riding, bull riding, calf roping, steer wrestling, and the women have barrel racing, goat tying, breakaway calf roping. Both men and women can compete in team roping.
The Southern Arkansas University rodeo team compete both fall and spring semesters as they try to qualify for the National Intercollegiate Rodeo Finals in June at Bozeman, Montana.
SAU has had 3 national all-around cowgirls and 3 national rookies. The 1990 National Rookie of the Year was Misty Vandiver of Fort Townsend, Oklahoma. This is Ellen Blau reporting for Region 10 News.
The marching band of Southern Arkansas University is off to a running start for the 1990-91 school year. The band is sporting a new look thanks to the addition of new uniforms and new band members. The band, now numbering 102 members, is considered one of the finest bands of its size in the area, and the addition of new uniforms is expected to make the band even better. The obtaining of new uniforms was not without some difficulty, Delays in shipping by the manufacturer led to the uniforms not arriving on the SAU campus until the night of the first home football game.
The coach were here Friday morning. Trousers were going to be flown in. Half of them would pick up at 2 o'clock in Little Rock. The other half would be there at 5. And somehow we made it.
The new uniforms are in sharp contrast to the previous cowboy cut uniform, which featured yellow chaps and large blue hats.
This year marks the first time in several years that the band will be traveling with the football team to perform at a field other than their own, and that, band members say, is a welcome change.
I think the uniforms now give us something to be proud about, and we actually look like a band now.
The SAU band has enjoyed increasing support and popularity over the past several years. The supporters of the band say that trend is likely to continue. This is John Henderson reporting for Region 10 News.
Southern Arkansas University recognized its 1990 distinguished alumni during homecoming week. It was a time for honoring those who have made a significant contribution in their chosen field. 4 men received honors at the Alumni Awards dinner. Dr. William Vest Childs is a division scientist for 3M Company and has been issued 48 patents. Dr. James Hobson Whitmore is Vice President of Research and Quality Assurance for Tyson Foods. Jim Bailey, an employee of the Arkansas Gazette since 1956, has been named Arkansas Sports Writer of the Year 7 times. Honored posthumously was John Michael McLean, associated with Shell Oil Company for 33 years.
I might have never survived at a larger university had I not gotten into an environment that helped me develop my skills and gain some confidence.
A reception for the alumni was held in Harton Theater, with a special corsage used to identify them and their families.
These distinguished alumni definitely put the spotlight on SAU. Their success does give the undergraduates an incentive to strive for perfection.
Homecoming festivities continued the next day at the Bruce Center as a special breakfast was held for the class of 1965, who graduated from then what was named Southern State College. Coordinating the different events was Bonnie Wiley, Director of Alumni. This year's SAU Homecoming proved to be a great success. This is Tammy Smith reporting for Region 10 News.
Southern Arkansas University Tech is located in the Highland Industrial Park near Camden. It is an expanding junior college offering 24 associate degree programs. Focus areas include computer integrated and robotic manufacturing operations.
Second focus area deals with CAD, computer-aided drafting, and we anticipate that the business graphics in that area will develop in the near future.
SAU Tech recently added a music program to its extracurricular activities. It now offers scholarships to those interested in its vocal choir. A $4 million engineering building is now under construction, which will allow for better facilities and thorough instruction. SAU Tech in Camden is a vital part of the SAU system and a fast-growing part of the Camden community, offering a wide variety of degree programs. Some 12,000 students annually attend the Arkansas Fire Training Academy. The primary purpose of the academy is to instruct firefighters and emergency personnel in specialized techniques in a controlled environment. The academy instructs municipal, volunteer, and industrial firefighters in basic firefighting, hazardous material tactics, flammable liquid control, rescue techniques, and leadership.
Whenever the teamwork
is put into play through the training, they find that they can work not only within their own agencies of responsibility, but also as mutual aid responses with other agencies. It's been a highly successful training program.
This is Connie Brown reporting for Region 10 News.
Christmas decorations have taken on a unique look at Southern Arkansas University. The bell tower has been strung with colored lights, giving it the look of a large Christmas candle when seen at night. The physical plant laid the lights across the lawn for inspection, and each was tested. They were then carefully raised up the tower, with staff members setting them in place. The idea for decorating the bell tower as a candle came from the director of the physical plant, who had seen a similar concept at a location in Virginia. The candle has quickly become a popular fixture on the SAU campus.
The SAU Candle Project began 3 years ago as an idea originated by Al Foster. Dr. and Mrs. Brinson quickly liked the idea and made it an SAU tradition. We hope to have everything in readiness for the Festival of Lights. It will be in the early part of December.
The tower measures 187 feet from bottom to top, including the candle, and a total of 1,300 red, yellow, and white bulbs were used in the process. At dusk, the lights can begin to be seen in the Magnolia area, with the full effect taking place soon after. The Christmas candle adds a special touch to the SAU campus during the holiday season. The physical plant spent 3 days installing the lights and checking the system. The bell tower contains a 50,000-gallon tank, which provides water for the entire campus. As the days wind down before Christmas, the candle glows as a reminder of the spirit of the season. This is Ellen Blau reporting for Region 10 News. For most students, college is tough enough without having barriers impede their progress. However, 2 Southern Arkansas University students must view their academic lives from this perspective. Tamala Taylor is a junior sociology major from Magnolia. Her main concern deals with accessibility to some buildings on campus.
Everybody is so helpful, and anytime I encounter any problems, that I can always find someone to help me, whether it's faculty or students.
Stan Pryor is a freshman from Magnolia. He feels more handicapped students would attend SAU if facilities were upgraded.
I hadn't found too much that I hadn't got, been able to get around on campus. Over in the Bruce Center, the restrooms over there, the stalls aren't wide enough for my wheelchair to get in.
Many of us take for granted going to and from classes with ease. But for those who are physically challenged, these activities can be difficult.
I'd like everyone to treat me normal and not to make a difference in me just because I'm in a chair.
Just let me be me. And other people, they're okay. I mean, they, as far as the students and everything, they treat me, like another human. And, that's all I ever wanted, was to be independent.
Tamala and Stan are positive about the way SAU has treated them and feel their comments will make it more accessible for future physically challenged students. This is Ellen Blau reporting for Region 10 News.
Southern Arkansas University's Department of Continuing Education will sponsor a horseman's short course Saturday, March 16th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. The short course is intended to educate area horsemen about various aspects of horse ownership and breeding. Featured speakers for the short course include horse specialist Dr. Clint Depew and six-time Louisiana barrel racing champion Merrill O'Neill. Depew will discuss horse handling methods, while O'Neill will focus on selecting prospects for barrel racing. In addition, area horsemen will have the opportunity to learn about diseases affecting horses in the area, including Potomac and swamp fever. The short course concludes with a discussion of how to show halter and pleasure horses.
It's going to be lots of activity and hopefully lots of knowledge too, but it's going to be fun, and we get the chance to see people using their horses as well as learning about them. As for horsemen in the Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas area that are interested in increasing their knowledge and enjoyment of horses.
While one group of horsemen discusses the technical aspects of horsemanship, another group will participate in a unique competition requiring speed, skill, and grace. That group will compete in the jackpot. The jackpot is a team roping and barrel racing competition. Cash prizes will be awarded in both events, with the saddle going to the high money winner. Anyone interested in entering the short course or jackpot should call area code 501-235-4005. This is John Henderson reporting for Region 10 News.
Southern Arkansas University has formed a presidential search committee. Current president Dr. Harold Brinson continues to fulfill his duties as chief administrative officer. His contract, which expires June 30th, 1992, has not been renewed by the SAU Board of Trustees for the past 2 years. Bob Burns is board chairman. He serves as president of Farmers Bank and Trust in Magnolia. Burns cast the deciding vote against Brinson's contract extension, causing tension between the president and some board members.
I think they're wrong. I think the record proves they're wrong, and I think most of it is revenge or being vindictive about the situation. We've had a lot of student success, a lot of faculty success. Things are going well.
The board recently voted to accept 10 appointments to the search committee. Their responsibility is to present 5 finalists to the Board of Trustees.
And the committee is representative of all segments of the university community, most of whom were selected by their constituents, which I was glad to see.
As the search committee attempts to find candidates to fill the office of president, Dr. Harold Brinson faces a dual task of leading a successful university and fighting for contract renewal. 9 men have headed the Magnolia campus of Southern Arkansas University in its 82-year history. It appears likely a 10th will reside on President's Circle next year. Until that time, students and faculty continue the fall semester awaiting the board's decision. This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The Southern Arkansas University campus is awaiting the arrival of its newest building. The new art facility is being constructed on the west side of the campus. The building will be 2 stories in height and will contain a gallery with glass walls facing the mall area. Workers began construction after the groundbreaking ceremony on February 1st, 1991. Art professors and students alike are anxious for its completion.
The new art building should be completed in mid-January. Hopefully we can move
between semesters so that in the spring semester we'll be underway completely.
The new art facility has new and old students looking forward to the avenues it will bring.
It's going to be a terrific advantage. I'm real happy to see this campus at last have the art building that it deserves. Now we'll have superior lighting, and the students will be able to do their work as they should.
Caraway Hall, where the art department is currently located, is the second oldest building on the campus, built in 1913 as a girls' dormitory. Caraway has seen its better days as the building silently decays. This building, once completed, will be one of the largest art facilities in the state of Arkansas, with over 21,000 square feet. SAU's new art building has long been awaited by students and faculty cramped into close quarters. The hope of students is to attain artistic equality with other art students elsewhere. This is Lisa Rice reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Southern Arkansas University students are being charged more to attend school this semester. Along with the regular increase in tuition, a $4 per credit hour athletic fee is being imposed. The added fee is an attempt to rid the university of its deficit in the athletic department. Athletic Director W.T. Watson explains what the fee presently covers.
Travel, covers the meals, covers scholarships, covers any part of the athletic program that is necessary to run a quality athletic program.
Some students feel the fee is unfair in light of the regular tuition increase. One commuter feels the fee could be collected in a different manner.
So what I think they should do is charge a fee at the gate instead of charging you for taking classes to see games that are useless.
There is a question in the air as to how the decision came about. Most students think it was handled strictly by the Board of Trustees, but as we found out, it came from an act of the state legislature.
The legislature, as you know, singled out athletics and said that it had to be done this way by credit hour and had to be publicized for the students, and that's why the athletic fee is being treated as it is.
The athletic fee is expected to generate about $260,000 for the program. It's not clear exactly what improvements will be made in the athletic department when the deficit is cleared. Students and athletes both hope the results will be positive. This is Robert Morris reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
A variety of events highlighted homecoming festivities at Southern Arkansas University. Reunions were held for the classes of 1951, 66, and 81. An alumni luncheon and annual meeting was held in the Bruce Center. The oldest of the alumni attending was Odessa Smith, a 1919 graduate of Magnolia A&M. Wearing corsages for identification, 3 distinguished alumni were honored for excellence in their professions.
The school has meant so much to our community. There is a bond there now that didn't exist long ago.
Dr. David Norris is Student Affairs Vice President at Southeastern Oklahoma University.
It's an honor that happens to so few people. There's so many people out there that deserve it and probably deserve it maybe a lot more than the people they even pick.
Distinguished alumnus Dr. Ruth Couch was the first faculty member to achieve full professor status at Arkansas State University, BB.
I simply never imagined anything like this in my life. But of course, I always did hope that I would be able to make this institution proud of me because I appreciated all the time and the care that people here took with me.
All the distinguished alumni had many different things to say about their award and SAU. The one thing they agreed on was that SAU has made great strides since they were attending. A homecoming ceremony was held for additions to the SAU Honor Wall. now representing 333 completed endowments. These activities helped past and present students share the spirit of their institution. This is Charles Pierce reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The beginning of the 1991 school year at Southern Arkansas University brought a tremendous rise in student enrollment. 868 of these students live in on-campus housing. The freshmen are set apart and housed separately. The freshman males are housed in Green Hall, while the freshman females are in Harrod Hall. The upperclass males are housed in either Tally Hall or in Talbot Hall. The upperclass females are housed in Bussey Hall or in Nelson Hall. Talbot Hall's East Wing is reserved for upper-class males with a grade point average of 3.0. Nelson Hall is the upper-class female honor hall. Each resident is given a free private room and refrigerator in these honor areas. Apart from these areas, studying could be rather difficult.
Yeah, noise is a problem, but there are times when it is and times when it's not. It's funny because it depends on the month of the year or what type of programming around the university is happening, things like that. It always fluctuates.
The administration of SAU is making changes in its idea of resident hall life.
Last year we didn't have game rooms, ping pong tables, and stuff like that, but after a while we're going to get the game rooms, the ping pong tables, a big screen TV, games going on, within the halls.
With the remodeling of the lobbies and the cable hookups in the rooms, the administration is trying to make the halls a living and learning experience. Although few renovations have been completed, more have been planned for later. This is Robin Stevens reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Southern Arkansas University's Department of Public Safety officers are a combination of both police and security. The department consists of 3 members, 2 of whom are certified police officers. They have a twofold purpose, to serve and to protect. Some services performed are unlocking vehicles and buildings, fixing flats, and jump-starting cars. Students have differing opinions on the performance of SAU's officers.
I know there's been a lot of vandalism in the cars, and there's been a lot of incidents of people sneaking into the dorms, and they might patrol more and control what's going on.
SAU's Department of Public Safety dispatches through and works closely with the Magnolia City Police. From a legal standpoint, Officer Larry Lundeen says he also has duties as a certified police officer.
We have to uphold the laws of the state of Arkansas, and any infractions of the laws on campus, we have the right and the authority to make arrests. And at that point, we have to decide whether or not we are going to take university action and handle it through disciplinary proceedings for the university, or if we're going to press criminal charges and make arrests.
Officers say the toughest part of their job is having enough judgment in deciding between actual violations and high spirits when dealing with students. As far as protection goes, one of their main jobs is to secure the buildings. Although their duties are similar, SAU's officers are not a part of the Magnolia Police Department. This is Leno Williams reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Dr. Harold Brinson has resigned as president of the Southern Arkansas University system. The resignation, effective December 31st, was unanimously accepted by the SAU Board of Trustees. A 6-page agreement between Brinson and the board was announced. Following a one-year sabbatical, Brinson will return to SAU with the titles of President Emeritus and Distinguished Professor. SAU's new art building will be named for Brinson and his wife Jean. He'll be employed by SAU and considered to be a tenured professor until his 65th birthday.
This agreement is very positive, and all the parties that are signatory to that agreement are in unanimous support that this document represents the best interest of Southern Arkansas University.
President Brinson's handling of SAU finances has been under investigation by the Arkansas State Police. Prosecuting attorney Tom Wynn will be evaluating allegations regarding Brinson's food allowance, disclosure of stock holdings, and spending of SAU Foundation funds. Board Chairman Bob Burns said the state police investigation had no bearing on the agreement with Brinson. The president feels the board isn't worried about the allegations.
It should be pretty obvious that if a board gives me this kind of agreement, that they're also not very concerned.
The Presidential Search Committee has narrowed its original list of 108 candidates to 16. In the next few days, the Board of Trustees will receive a list of the 5 finalists to interview. Depending upon availability, the new president could assume his responsibilities as early as January 1st. This is John Hendricks reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Miguel Library on the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia has upgraded its facilities. Data is now provided for students by computers, which replaced the slow, outdated card catalog system. Information can be obtained quickly and, if desired, printed out. This technology has been available for quite some time, and staff members feel the changes were long overdue.
The ability to access information quickly has been on the market for a long time. We feel like it is high time we had it, and we're so excited that we do have it now.
The computerization of Miguel Library is a major improvement over the old card catalog system, and students are now getting easier access to needed information.
It's very nice because it's so easy. Like, people have never used a computer before can use this because it tells you everything to do, and it's just very easy.
The new system has proven to be more efficient for filing than the card catalog, and library employees agree that other important tasks are now receiving more attention. Future plans involve the addition of a map to the computers, which would give students the exact location of the book they are searching for. This trend of computerization is not only speeding up the process by which students are conducting research, but is also making their data searches for research projects as detailed, thorough, and accurate as possible. This is Khalid Ali reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Southern Arkansas University has a new president. The Board of Trustees unanimously approved the selection of Dr. Stephen Gamble, Vice President for Academic Affairs at West Texas State University. Board Chairman Bob Burns said Gamble received a 3-year contract which will begin in March. Gamble holds a doctorate in American history from Texas Tech University. He has 19 years of academic experience as a faculty member and administrator. Gamble previously served as Director of Admissions at Angelo State University and Admissions Officer at Texas Tech University. He has extensive experience in university planning, budget management, and curriculum development. He co-authored an enrollment management program at West Texas State. There were 116 applicants for president of the Southern Arkansas University system. Gamble was one of 5 finalists interviewed at the Magnolia campus last week. Other finalists included Dr. Robert Arbuckle, Chief Executive Officer of the new Kensington campus of Penn State University, Dr. Jake Looney, former law school dean and professor of law at the University of Arkansas, Dr. Lawrence Davenport, Associate Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Planning at the University of California, San Francisco, and Dr. Philip Rice, Director of the Graduate Division in Business at Louisiana Tech University. Dr. Donald Hafner, SAU Vice President for Student Affairs, will serve as acting president from January 1st until March. This is Robert Morris reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Dr. Harold Brinson has been charged with theft and 3 counts of perjury. These felony charges stem from a state police investigation of SAU finances. Brinson resigned in November following repeated differences with the Board of Trustees. He is charged with allegedly paying $770 for his daughter's 1984 wedding reception with SAU food allowance money. 3 perjury charges stem from an alleged failure by Brinson to disclose direct financial interests of more than $1,000 at First National Bank of Magnolia, where SAU has a contract. There were varied reactions at SAU to the charges against Brinson.
I thought Brinson was a very good president, and I thought he took care of the students a whole lot better than what we're seeing right now.
I feel if he has done something wrong, if you want to dance, you've got to pay the fiddler, you know.
Brinson served as president of SAU for 15 years. His lawyer says his reputation is ruined no matter what the verdict turns out to be. An agreement between Brinson and the Board of Trustees when he retired in November could be voided if he is found guilty. Brinson is to become a distinguished professor at SAU next year, and the new art building is to be named for him. Responding to the charges, Brinson says, "I am not guilty of any unlawful act. I will make an appropriate response when the time comes." Penalties of these charges include 3 to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. This is Lisa Rice reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The School of Business at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia has quietly become a nationally competitive program. Already viewed by many as the best in the state, the school continues to garner countless awards at competitions across the country. Activities are frequently scheduled which allow both students and faculty the opportunity to visit with some of the more successful business executives.
You know, our students rub elbows with corporate presidents, you know, just on a month-to-month basis. And by the time they do this 4 years, you know, they've met a lot of top business executives.
In accounting alone, SAU students have more than tripled the state average on first-time passage of the CPA exam. The school also has the largest statewide membership in Phi Beta Lambda, the official college business organization. The accomplishments of SAU School of Business have been recognized throughout the country. Students and faculty members agree that there are many reasons why this particular program is one of the best among leading universities.
I think we have certainly worked to try to develop qualified faculty and people who are interested in teaching. To me, that's an important part for an undergraduate institution like ourselves, is you've got to be interested in teaching, and I think the students sense that, and then they want to be a part of a successful program.
In a recent business tour of Russia, Dr. Rankin observed that American colleges need a program for Soviet students, and the possibility now exists that SAU will become a part of a teacher-student exchange program. A new facility, the Business Agri Building, is expected to be completed by the fall of 1993. These possible additions will no doubt strengthen the program and help students prepare for a challenging job market. This is Charlie Pierce reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The SAU Farm, located on the Southern Arkansas University campus in Magnolia, is an important part of agribusiness in the Arklatex. When the school was established in 1909, it was named State Agricultural and Mechanical College. The farm originated along with the school. In the 83-year history of the farm, it has grown to accommodate more production and more students. The SAU Farm encompasses 630 acres and houses chickens, beef cattle, dairy cattle, hogs, and sheep. It produces various products that serve both SAU and the community. ConAgra Broiler Company of El Dorado is contracted through the farm to buy broiler chickens. The milk is sold to Central Arkansas Milk Producers of Little Rock.
We are a state-supported institution, and we receive money from state, but then the products are sold back, and this is returned back to the state.
The SAU Farm employs more than 40 students. These workers provide for the daily upkeep on the farm. In addition to products and services provided by the SAU Farm, students and faculty are also involved in research.
On the animal waste project, we're trying to make methane gas from hog manure, and it's an anaerobic digester, which means anaerobic means no oxygen left in this digester.
These research methods provide agriculture students with knowledge that may someday aid them in their careers. Student enrollment in agriculture is increasing. Many of these students work on the SAU Farm to support themselves through college.
The Southern Arkansas University Farm offers experience to students of SAU as well as providing a service for the community. The farm employs students who are majoring in agriculture or who are interested in farming.
Agricultural students are getting the benefit of training as the state and community receive better farmers. This is Lisa Rice reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The Bruce Center on the Southern Arkansas University campus in Magnolia was the site of a recent reception for the new president of the SAU system. Dr. Stephen Gamble and his wife Alice were greeted by a large turnout of both faculty and students. The initial welcome given by the university has made a lasting impression on the couple.
I'm very impressed with the students. You reach your hand out to be friendly, and they reach right back. And, you know, with that kind of welcome, you can't help but succeed.
Faculty members have expressed their desire to return the emphasis of education back on the student. Many are confident that this will be accomplished under Dr. Gamble's leadership.
I think the faculty is very excited about the new president. As you know, we had a thorough search for a good one, and we had some excellent candidates, and we honestly believe we've got the best man for SAU for right now.
Upon taking office, Dr. Stephen Gamble faces many challenges, not the least of which is trying to move the university past the negative publicity surrounding former President Dr. Harold Brinson. The Board of Trustees voted last year not to renew Dr. Brinson's contract, causing a heated controversy which ended in his resignation. Dr. Gamble is optimistic that his approach will help the university leave those problems in the past.
Well, I'm just really hoping that as people get to see me and get comfortable with my style and see that I really mean it when I say that we need to have a student-centered university, and that the most important activity that occurs at the university occurs in the classroom. As soon as they see that I mean that, I think things will go well.
This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Southern Arkansas University is becoming an institution of choice for more non-traditional students each semester. As a result, a campus organization has been formed dealing with their mutual needs and concerns. The non-trads, as they are called, meet once a month to ensure they have a voice in campus matters.
think because non-trads are limited time-wise, they find that they have a family, they have children, they have other responsibilities, so time is precious to the non-traditional student.
Non-traditional students bring a wide variety of backgrounds into the organization. President Sonia Trudell is a costume designer for SAU plays and musicals. Vice President Butch Walden is a physical education major. Anita McDonald is a broadcasting major who works part-time as an SAU secretary. Art major Treva Wiggins works in the SAU post office to supplement her income.
We do appreciate probably the opportunity of education more than the younger ones do because we've been out there and we know the importance of it.
The organization is open to all of SAU's non-traditional students and serves as a support group and a voice on campus. Advising the non-traditional organization is Theater and Communication Department Chairman Dr. Jerry Cortez. A recent SAU study showed more non-trads would become students by the turn of the century. Understanding their unique concerns as students will help the institution by effectively utilizing their abilities. This is Gary Brown reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Southern Arkansas University agriculture students are learning the latest in cattle ranching techniques. The SAU farm sports various breeds of dairy and beef cattle. Presently, SAU has 2 breeds of dairy cattle, Holstein and Jersey. It will acquire some Guernseys by late July. The profit from these cows comes from the sale of milk. The cows are milked twice a day, 12 hours apart.
The milk truck comes every other day, and he picks it up out of the dairy, and right now he's picking up about 2,500 pounds a day. He ships out about 5,000 pounds when he picks it up every other day.
The breeds of beef cattle raised at SAU are registered polled Herefords, registered Limousines, and Brahma Hereford crossbreeds. The profits from the beef cattle come from the sale of meat or the animals themselves.
We'll sell some animals right at weaning time. We'll sell other animals when they're a year to 2 years old.
Some of the agriculture students are involved in research with in vitro fertilization of beef cattle. There have been several successful pregnancies. The SAU farm offers many diverse areas of study, but the cattle industry, be it beef or dairy, has captured the interest of most agriculture students. More involvement goes into caring for the cattle, such as delivering calves, maintaining the weight of the beef cattle, and milking the dairy cows. As the cattle industry expands, SAU is keeping pace. These cattle ranching techniques will allow SAU students to utilize their agribusiness skills. This is Robin Stevens reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
The Political Affairs Club at Southern Arkansas University recently held forums involving several area candidates. These meetings brought together those running in local, state, and national races. Local candidates running for county judge and county clerk were featured at one forum, along with 2 others seeking a state senate seat. This state race included incumbent Mike Ross and challenger Percy Malone, both of whom waged bitter campaigns.
Mr. Malone may have difficulty remembering exactly what I said in that 1990 campaign because, as many of you may know, he was in a campaign of his own in a different Senate district and was defeated by the people that year.
The campus club responsible for these political forums was reinstated on the Magnolia campus last year by Dr. Donald Watt, who now serves as the faculty advisor. He says that the forums help students stay informed on current issues in politics.
Has been a good first step this last year as far as organizing the forums, making students aware that these decisions do affect their lives and that it is important for all of us to be involved in the governmental process here in the United States.
The second forum consisted of candidates vying for the U.S. 4th Congressional District seat. Bill McEwen edged out Pat Pappas in the primary election held May 26th, then in a runoff defeated incumbent Beryl Anthony, who did not attend the forum. 2 political forums were held on the campus of Southern Arkansas University here at the Wharton Nursing Building during the spring semester. Although the turnout was light at each of these political forums, the Political Affairs Club president says that he would like to have more in the fall close to the general election.
I would like to invite in sometime around September or October the Democrat and Republican challengers of these respective races and have a new forum.
This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University. The Woodward Guest Artist Lecture took place on the Southern Arkansas University campus in Magnolia. Featured at this year's workshop was Peter Palmer, a 40-year acting veteran of stage, television, and movies. Approximately 200 students attended several different workshops in which Palmer instructed theater majors on different techniques used in the profession. He feels that if students work hard enough, they'll eventually get their chance.
Talent is talent. If I have any advice for young hopefuls, is to get as many tools as they can work with before they go to the big time.
The Visiting Artist Series is designed to give theater majors real-world experience helping students develop their acting abilities. Plans for the workshop call for expanding it from 3 days to 2 weeks. Theater Chairman Jerry Cortez hopes next year's workshop features a dance expert.
We don't have anybody in mind, but we've had some suggestions that maybe we should get a dance artist in because we're trying to build up the dance program. And if I can build up a dance program within the theater department by bringing a visiting artist in dance, it would help us considerably.
Theater students here at SAU put on 4 productions, including 1 musical per year. These programs are presented not only to the student body, but to the community as well.
Productions from the past school year include the musical Best Little Whorehouse in Texas and the drama One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Pay your dues, you get in choruses, you observe. Things really haven't changed since I was in school.
This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University. The Agriculture Department at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia has acquired several grants to aid in teaching students. Already a number of facilities have been constructed with these funds to help in utilizing waste production. This poultry shed reaches over 150 degrees centigrade in composting dead chicken carcasses. Chicken litter is also composted in the shed, but is then compressed so that it can be carried to the Arkansas Delta to help replenish crop land. Department Professor Jim Tollett says that this particular program serves as an example for other agriculture operations.
A university grant for composting dead birds has turned into be one of the examples that the Southern Arkansas people are using in growing their broiler flocks, particularly down around El Dorado and Nashville and those areas.
Another grant was used to build a swine composting shed which experiments using pig carcasses as fertilizer. Plans for current grant money call for a digestion waste operation for hogs which will use energy to heat the facility and recycle water. Students get involved by maintaining both facilities even during the summer.
I do our daily routine check of picking up our dead and keeping an account. Then I take it to our compost shed. Since it's busy summer, we have about 2 people down there working along with Mr. Porterfield. Usually it's 4 during the school term.
The department has become more successful through these grants because the students now are not only involved in the day-to-day maintenance of the facilities, but often the construction of them as well. A third grant the department has obtained involves a minimum tillage field close to the campus. Low-income families use the land to farm on and then sell the crops at a local farmers market for profit. These grants are not only helping students learn, but the techniques have proven to be beneficial for many farmers in southwest Arkansas. This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University.